Fine, good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. Students, are you watching daily online classes? Students, are you watching daily online classes? So please watch daily classes, okay? So don't ignore it. Please watch daily online classes and also please study daily portions, okay? So welcome to our today's online class students. So now we are studying about chapter 1 function, isn't it? So before I am going to start about today's portion, so just recall what are things so I have taught at the last two classes. Okay, so some students have attended an interactive session also. So if you have any doubt in this week portions or next interactive classes next days, isn't it? So if you have any doubt in that what are the portions I am taking, so please ask to that time. Okay, so and also I got information you didn't get the textbook. So while I am taking class itself, I will say this is an important 2-mark question. So this is an important 3-mark question and this is important 5-mark question. So at that time itself, please write that questions in your notebook. Understood? Okay. So last class you have studied about 3 2-mark questions. What are they? Subroutines, functions and function specification. Okay. So today we are going to study about parameters and arguments. Okay. So what do you mean by parameters and what do you mean by arguments? Okay. So for this, first you need to recall function definition. Okay, then only you can able to understand what do you mean by parameters and arguments. Okay, this is also very important book inside 3-mark question. Okay, so please now itself write in your notebook what do you mean by parameters and what do you mean by arguments, and also there are 2 types of parameters are there. Okay, listen. So first, what do you mean by parameters? So last class I explained about function specification, or what's the other name of function specification? Function definition. So in that topic you have studied about one example, isn't it? Are you remembering? So what's the example? A colon equal to 24. Okay. So we can call this line as a expression or function definition. Okay. So from here, this line or this expression only, you are going to study about what do you mean by parameters and what do you mean by arguments. Okay. So what do you mean by parameters? So parameters are nothing but it's a variables used in a function definition. So what do you mean by variables? So in last year C++ program also you have studied one line, variable declaration. Then what do you mean by variables? I remember I have studied int a comma b c, float b comma c, like that. So in that line, what is the variables? What are the variables are there? A, B. So what are the things you are declaring using? Maybe alphabets or some words are in that is called what? Variables. So parameters mean, so you are, what are the variables you are using in the function definition? Okay, so variables you are using in the function definition is called what? Parameters. Then next one is arguments. Argument means just opposite to the parameters. Argument means so values you are using in the function definition. Understood? Variables, parameters means variables used in the function definition, and arguments means values used in the function definition. Okay, so now see this example. A colon equal to 24. So this is, with this we can call as what? Function definition. So here, what's the name of variable or how many variables you are using? Only one variable you are using, isn't it? So what's the name of the variable? A. So what's the definition of parameters? Variables in a function definition is called parameter. So which one we can call as a parameter here? Which one you can call as a parameter here? A. So here, which variable is there, or what's the name of the variable? So A. So A is the parameter. Understood? Which is the parameter? A is the parameter. Then what's the next definition of arguments? Values you are using in function definition. So what's the value you are using? Values is nothing but numbers. So numbers you are using in the function definition is called what? Arguments. Okay. So what's the value you are using? 24. So which is argument here? 24. Understood? Sometimes they will give like this function definition and ask you to identify parameter and argument. At that time you need to write what parameter they are declared there and what's argument. Okay. So what do you mean by parameter now? A is a parameter, that is variables used in a function definition is called parameter. So which is the parameter? A. So what's mean by argument? Value used in a function definition. So what's the value you are using? 24. So 24 is a argument. Understood? So this is a very important book inside 3 more question. Define parameters and arguments with example. So please note it down in your notebook itself. Understood? So you have studied about parameters and arguments, isn't it? So this parameter is divided into 2 types. Okay, parameter is divided into how many types? 2 types. One is parameter, first one is parameter without type. Second one is parameter with type. Okay, so this is the very important 5 mark question. So this is a book back first 5 mark question. Okay, define parameters and arguments, then explain the types. So if they ask for the 5 mark question, mean you need to write from definition of parameter, definition of argument, example, then these 2 types. Okay, so for that 5 mark question, what's the first topic here or first heading is parameter without type. Okay, so what do you mean by type? So type means nothing but data types. Okay, so type means nothing but what is that one? Data. What do you mean by data types? So in C++ you have studied lot of data types. Say some examples of data type: integer, float, character, isn't it double? This and all examples for data type. So here parameter without type. That means parameter you are going to declare some parameters without data type. Okay, so what do you mean by parameters? Variables. So variables used in the function definition is called parameters. So you are going to define some variables without the data type. Understood? Okay. So in Python programming language, data type is not compulsory. But in C++, the data type is very important. If you are not giving the data type, means you will get error message, isn't it? But in Python programming language, data type is not compulsory. Understood? Okay. So this is the first is a simple example program for this heading. Okay. So listen. So here they are giving requires b greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So listen carefully. So in that first example you have studied a colon equal to what? 24. That is called function definition. Likewise, in the first line they are giving requires b greater than or equal to 0. So you are going to declare a variable called which one? You are going to declare a variable called which one? B. Okay. Then what condition you are giving? B greater than or equal to 0. Always the value of B becomes greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So listen. Next line. So what's the program means? You are going to calculate power A power B. Okay. What's the program? So you are going to calculate the power of 2 numbers. That means A power B. Okay. So first line what they are giving mean requires B greater than or equal to 0. For example, you are giving the value of B is 10. So whether 10 is greater than or equal to 0? Yes. So if first condition is always the value of B should be greater than or equal to 0. If the condition is satisfied. Okay, if the condition is satisfied mean what answer you will get mean A to the power of B. That means A power B. Understood? So listen. So first 2 line they are giving 2 keywords. What are they means? Requires and returns. Okay. So these keywords we are calling as a conditions. Okay. So in C++ you have studied about conditions, isn't it? If condition, while. Likewise, here also these 2 keywords we are calling as and which one? Conditions. Okay. So first which one you are giving, that we are called as precondition. What do you mean by pre? Pre means before or first. So first keyword is called which condition? Which condition? Precondition. So what's the first keyword? Request. So request is a which condition? Precondition. Then returns. So the keyword there you are given at the last or second is called post condition. So in English you might have studied isn't it what I mean prefix and suffix. Likewise the condition are giving at the first we are called as what? Precondition, and after that you are giving one condition is called which condition? Post condition. Understood? So among this program which one is the precondition? Request is the precondition. Why? So you are giving the request as the first. So request is the precondition. Which one is the post condition? Returns. Understood? So understood? Then listen. So here you are going to identify which one is the variable, sorry, which one is the parameter and which one is the argument. Okay. So in the what's the definition of parameter? Variables used in a function definition is called parameter. So what's the variable you are using here? So this we can call as a function definition, first line. So in this function definition, what's the variable you are using? B. So we can, what's the other name of variable? Parameter. So we can write B is the parameter. So listen carefully, this is the first important 5-mark question. Okay. So which is the parameter here? B is the parameter. Okay. Then what do you mean by argument? Values you are passing to the function definition is called which one? Argument. So what value you are passing here? So what's the value here? 0. So which one is the argument now? 0 is the argument. Understood? So in this program the first two conditions you are giving. What are they? Precondition and post condition. What do you mean by precondition? Condition you are declaring at the first is called precondition. So what's the post condition? Condition you have declared at the next to the precondition is called what? Post condition. So which one is the precondition here? Requires. Which one is the post condition here? Returns. Okay. So in the first line you are going to identify which one is the variable and which one is the argument. Okay. So what's the name of variable? Parameter. Okay. So which one is the parameter now? B is the parameter and 0 is the argument. Understood? Okay. What's the first line? So you are giving the value of B. Always the value of B becomes greater than or equal to 0. If the value of B is greater than or equal to 0 means what answer you will get or what you are going to calculate? A power B. Understood? Okay. Then next one you are going to write a function. Okay. So next one you are going to write a function. Understood? Okay. So this function definition you will study later. So in this function, so when just like outline I am telling, next only your next topic that is you are going how you need to write a function definition. So next topic you are going to study how you need to write a function definition. So just I am giving the outline for writing function definition. Okay. So function always starts with the keyword let. Okay. So functions always starts with the keyword let, then followed by a function name. Okay, followed by a function name. Then if the function is recursive, okay, if the function is recursive means recursive function means, so recursive function last year we have studied. So what's the definition of recursive function? Function call itself is called recursive function. Okay, so the function always starts with the keyword let followed by the function name, but if the function is a recursive function means, if the function is a recursive function means you should include the keyword called REC. Okay. So if the function is a recursive function means you should include which keyword? REC. This also one book back question is there. They will give like this lot of lines they will give and ask you to identify which one is the normal function and which one is the recursive function. Okay. How you need to identify mean. So after this keyword let, listen carefully, after the keyword let a word REC is there means, okay, so after the keyword let a word REC is there means you can say that function is called which function? Recursive function. Understood? Now you say, so here the keyword REC is there, so we can say this is which function? Recursive function. Okay, so first itself I said the function always starts with the keyword let followed by the which one? Function name. But if the function is a recursive function mean before this function name you should use which keyword? REC. Okay, so listen, which is the keyword here? Which is the keyword? Function always starts with the keyword let. Okay, so keyword is let. Then followed by a function name. So if a function is a recursive function means which one you need to include? REC. So we can say this line is a which function? Recursive function. Then followed by a function name. So what's the name of the function here? What's the name of the function here? Power of POW of. Understood? So the function definition always starts with a keyword let followed by a function name, that is function is recursive function name followed by REC. Then number of arguments you need to give. Okay. So now which is the function name here? Power of, that is POW. Okay. Listen. They are giving if b equal to 0 means then 1. What's the meaning? The value of, if the value of b is 0 means what's the answer you will get? 1. So anything power 0, for example a power 0, what's the value? 1. E power 0, what's the value? 1. B power 0, what's the value? 1. Understood? So they are giving let. So here the function already got started. So if b equal to 0, the value of b equal to 0 and then 1. That means, so anything power 0, for example a power 0, what's the value? 1. E power 0, what's the value? 1. Okay. So if the value of b is 0 means what answer you will get? 1. At the same time, if the value of b is not equal to 0. Okay. If the value of b is not equal to 0 means what formula you need to calculate? A into power of a into b minus 1. Okay. If the value of b is not equal to 0 means what you need to calculate? A into power of a minus 1. A into power of a into b minus 1. Understood? So listen, here this is the parameter without type example program. So this program, first 2 lines, you are giving condition. What's the condition? If the value of b is greater than 0 means you need to calculate a power b. So next you are going to write the function. What's the function? Function always starts with the keyword let, then followed by a function name. So if a function is a recursive function means before the keyword power of, before that function name you should add a keyword called REC. Then you need to write the number of or the parameters you need. Okay. Then inside the function you are writing if the value of b is 0 means what answer you will get? 1. Else if the value of b is not equal to 0 means what answer you will get? A into power of a into b minus 1. So understood the program? This is the first 5 mark question, first paragraph. First you need to write from parameters. What do you mean by parameters? Arguments and example. Then only you need to write parameter without type. What's the second type? Parameter with the type. So listen. So here you can write which one is the argument, which one is the parameter. B is the parameter. Which one is the argument? 0. Okay. Then request is a which condition is a precondition. Returns is a post condition. See, so in this program whether in any place data type anything is mentioned. So in this program whether any one of the place data type is mentioned. What do you mean by data type? Integer, float, character. This and all we can say is which one? Data type. Okay. So in this program whether any data type is there? No. So here data type is not yet mentioned. So some languages if you are not defining the data type means you will get what? Error message like a C++, C program and all. If you are not using this data type means you will get error message. But in Python you won't get the error message. Understood? Okay. So by please note it down this program in your notebook and these are the hint points. Okay. Then listen. So here if you are not mentioning any data type but you will get the output as what? So here whether you are mentioning data, no. Okay. Listen. So listen. By a guess you say which data type you are using in the program. By using just a guess you say which data type you are using in this program. Which data type? Integer. Why? Listen. The value of b you are giving us 0. If the value of b is 0 means what answer you are getting? 1. So likewise 0, 1, 2, 3. If you are using the numbers like this means which data type you need to give? Which data type? Integer. So if you are not giving the data type means also the Python program will run and you will get the output but it's not a problem. Understood? Okay. So next one is parameter without type. Okay, parameter. Sorry, this one is not parameter without type. Parameter with the type. So heading wrongly I have written. So it's not a parameter without type, parameter with the type. Okay. So what's the next topic? First heading over. Okay. So the ask for 5 mark question means please note it down from the from the parameter definition. What do you mean by parameter? What do you mean by arguments? Then you need to write this headings. Parameter without type and next one is parameter with type. Same program only. Okay, parameter with type also same program only. Listen, in that program you are not giving what any data types. But here in this program, if you are not giving the data type means also by a guess you can say the data type is int, isn't it? Because why? Because you are using the numbers zeros and ones in the program. So you normally you will get a data type as int. But you no need to mention any data type. But parameter with type means if you need means you need to mention the data type. Okay, where you will mention the data type? Always you will mention the data type along with variables, isn't it? So here also you are defining the variables inside where? Inside the function, isn't it? So from where the function will start, I said. Function always starts with the keyword let. So always you should mention the data types with that function line. Okay, along with the variables. These two lines already you study in the same program. Request b greater than or equal to 0. Then what you will get? A to the power of b. Then let the same. What is this? And function always starts with the keyword let and followed by the function in power of. So function is a recursive function. So you are giving the keyword as REC. So how many variables you need to mention? 2. What are the A and B? But so here you are going to include the data types. So what data type you need to include? In. So the variable near to the variable along with colon you need to mention the data type. So A colon in, then B colon in. The answer also you are getting as a data type what? Integer. Understood the difference between parameter without type and with type? Parameter without type, so you are writing only the variables or parameters alone. Parameter with type means you are including the data types. Remaining everything same. Okay, but here, so all things you are giving in this bracket. So this bracket is not compulsory, but it's a mandatory. Why you are giving the bracket like this means if you are running the program or if you are running the program, if you are not giving this bracket means the compiler will throw error. Okay, so for example, if you are adding some numbers or multiplying some numbers in the calculator mean you should put proper brackets, then only you will get what? Proper answer. Likewise, so if you are why you are using this bracket mean to differentiate while you are running the program, the compiler need to differentiate which one is the first variable, which one is the second variable. So to differentiate that one, the compiler, so you are using which one? 2 square brackets. Remaining all the programs are correct only, or same. So the same program in the function definition line alone you are going to implement the variable int. Okay, so if you are giving the variable int means normally you will get the output as what? Output as variable int. Understood? Okay. So next one is syntax to define function. Okay, up to this enough. Tomorrow we can. Okay. So today you have studied about parameter. What do you mean by parameters and what do you mean by arguments? Next one is two types. What are the two types? Parameter without type and a parameter with the type. Okay, so you didn't get the textbooks, I know. So please, while I am taking class itself, please note it down in your notebook. Or notebook or paper or anything. Please, you need to study now. Very, very important question. So after completion of this online class or after completion of this one, so take a note. I have written things now. All this one. Parameters, arguments and this parameter without type with them. So you should study thorough. This is a study portion for you. Please study it and write it and see once. Okay, so have you all written that down? Parameter without type and with the type? Okay, so please study. So today only some portions only daily I am taking. I am not rushing or I am not going fast. So like this, what are the only small portions only I am taking? Daily portions, please revise it. Don't think at last we can study and score mark. It is not possible. So please study daily portions. Okay students. So remaining the topics I will continue in the next class. Thank you students. Thank you.